hang on to your hat. This story actually did take place. Finding Bigfoot, not so much. Many years ago, a call was received by one of our local historians in the Junction from a Mr. C. Thomas Bascardi from over there in Northern California. Now, in case you don't know who this guy was, because I didn't either, he describes himself as a real Bigfoot hunter. He was interested in a Yeti and a Bigfoot in Revis Valley, a landlocked biotic area above the Sonoran Desert floor that supported dense ponderosa pines. It means that this area was where adaptations ensure the animals can survive. It's a place where Bigfoot could survive, and Mr. Bascardi wanted to know how to get there. Well, that came as a surprise to pretty much everybody in the Junction. A story about Bigfoot in the Superstition Wilderness was ridiculous at best, especially for people who had been in and out of the mountain and who knew most of the rocks on a first-name basis up there. On May 11th, 1981, see, it's not all that long ago, the Phoenix Gazette announced, "Explorer plans to capture Bigfoot." Now, C. Thomas Bascardi was making an exploration trip to the Superstition Mountain in Arizona to search for Bigfoot. The interviews must have been something to witness. Bascardi claimed his latest encounter with Bigfoot occurred on Mount Layson in North California. He said he took photographs of the elusive primate, but admitted the front view images of the large hairy figure emerging from the clump of trees in the dark may not be enough to convince skeptics. He went on to say that there were more than 850 sightings of creatures matching the descriptions of Bigfoot in the Soviet Union, Canada, and the United States. Bascardi planned to prove their existence to be true and said he believed these creatures could be the possible link. He didn't say to what, he just said they were a link. Now, Mr. Bascardi now had 2 reports of these large human-like creatures in the Superstition Wilderness. He spent 2 weeks in the Revis Ranch area, but reported not seeing anything. He did, however, report finding signs of Bigfoot. He pointed out some ponderosa pines with scratch marks 13 feet up, and that the ground indicating a tall animal must have been the one scratching that tree. Bascardi also stated there was a sour, sweet smell associated with Bigfoot. This smell was reportedly found in several locations around the Revis Ranch. I must interject here. I gotta say this. First off, the scratch marks on the ponderosa pines could have easily been caused by black bears, as they were very prevalent in the Superstition Mountains at that time. They weren't grizzlies. Black bears would often climb the pines just like little kids out playing and slide down the trunks using their claws as brakes. That would explain how those scratches got there. And secondly, anyone who has ever been to Revis Ranch orchard fields could tell you that they could smell the sweet and sour smell of those apples on the ground before they ever got to the ranch. The wild critters up there just loved all those apples on the ground. Bascardi's expedition may have been a serious attempt to prove the existence of Bigfoot up in the Superstitions, but Tom had to say that his expedition was disappointing. Bigfoot was now nowhere to be found. In the final analysis, or excuse, whatever you want to call it, he concluded that the wilderness area was not large enough to support a population of these unknown creatures. He went on to say that he never found Bigfoot. But make no mistake, my friends, the 250 square miles we call the Superstition Wilderness area, with the Superstition Mountain right in the middle, has always been a region that attracted the unusual and unexplained. As it is with so many of the other legends and myths, if Bigfoot does exist, it remains to be proven. Turns out the superstitions are not the only place where things stay hidden. So, in closing, let me say, as the years pass by, the superstitions continue to leave behind more questions than answers. Thank you for watching this episode of Mysteries of the Superstition Mountains.